What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Captain Beardy here, bringing you another episode of Random Encounters, the Fallout talk show in Fallout about Fallout, and it's so much fun to do. Tonight, I think, is the first time ever that I've had three separate guests that aren't all part of a group. Some of them do know each other, but they're not part of a group. So, before we bring them out, and before we have some fun talking about the fun that is Fallout, I will tell you this. There is a bunch of new stuff coming out to Fallout itself pretty damn soon. I'm not talking the Wastelanders DLC. I am talking some updates to Nuclear Winter. And, of course, we're going to have to talk about Vault 94 raids because apparently there's been quite a lot of controversy going around about those raids with the fact that they might be deleting people if you're not careful. And by people, of course, I mean your characters. So, here's a little public service announcement. Be careful when playing the Vault raids. They are new, they are experimental, and at the minute, they're a little bit janky. So, try and have a good internet connection, try and have a nice team, have a bit of fun with them. If your character does get deleted, do not worry, because you can, and Bethesda will help you with this, but you can go ahead and report it to Bethesda so you can have things like your character back, and all your fun loot and everything returned to you. But today's topics, ladies and gentlemen, are pretty damn simple. We've covered them, but there are some things that you might not know about because you don't read the Fallout 76 website and stuff like that. And one of the main things is public events. It was kind of a weird thing to see happening, but public events are getting a massive overhaul. Vault 94, not really getting a massive overhaul, and Nuclear Winter, literally 40 minutes ago, had a new trailer drop for the fact that we're getting a new map. But first things first, ladies and gentlemen, I must bring out my first guest so we can talk about this. So, with me tonight, joining me on the couch, is Call Me Double Down. Come on out, Call Me Double Down, and have a bit of fun with the Captain.
Hey, hey.
How you doing, my friend? With your
Good. How about you, sir?
giant fish head.
It's the new Raider head.
It is the new Raider head. It's
Yeah.
exceptionally weird.
It is, isn't it?
I have no idea why anyone would want to get that. I'm actually a little bit freaked out by that.
Well, good.
I was not expecting that whatsoever, but there we go. That's one freaky ass head.
Well, thank
Jesus
you.
Christ.
Thank you.
Anyway, I'm good. How's your Fallout experience been going this week?
It's been going pretty well. I haven't played as much. I sometimes fall in and out of it. Sometimes I'll play it hours on end. Other times I won't log in for a week. But I've been kind of sparse this week between work and playing other games.
You had any
How about
fun?
yours?
Well, apart from the fact that one of the videos that I made on last Friday, my little sushi hut blew up to over 1,000 views in like just under a week, was bloody impressive. But I did have a lot of fun. Today, actually not today now because we're 7 minutes past midnight, thus making it tomorrow for you guys anyway. I had my art installation finally built that I could send out to Appalachian Highway. I've wanted to do that ever since he did it, and I finally managed to get it done. And it was a very fun build. I built a little park, if you haven't seen it. So much fun.
I started to watch it. And then I got a phone call, which interrupted the video, so I didn't get back to it. But I did like the sushi hut. That was really, really cool.
Oh, that's the one that blew up, the sushi hut. Just taking a
Yeah.
quick swig of crack and rum right there to make sure my voice is nice and smooth for tonight. But we have some topics to cover, and I will be covering all of the topics with the same people. So you, Loompa, and Llama, I'll be covering it all. So the first thing, have you ever played any of the Vault 94 raids?
I played the first one. Did not finish it.
How did
It
that
was
go?
actually just kind of bad. It was only Lupa and myself, so we didn't have a full team. And I think I died a couple times and quit out. Probably about 10 minutes into it. I mean, it was the concept seemed really cool. I just was not prepared for it.
Is it
Onslaught of enemies.
is it like the saying, is it too difficult? Because every time that I'm on Reddit and I'm posting to Reddit and stuff, I just see a lot of stuff, and that was funny because a Scorched is outside and just immediately came in with what when I was talking. But a lot of people on Reddit and stuff are saying that they're too hard, even for the extremely high level people.
Um, I can't really gauge that without a full stack team. I think I did see that a guy, I'm not sure if it was the first or the second raid, did it by himself on the highest level difficulty. But that wasn't without a lot of attempts, previous attempts before he finally got it. But honestly, I think with four people, from what I experienced, um, I think it would have been okay. We were only doing it on the standard level. But there's a lot of enemies, and apparently there's some stuff you can skip, like skip out of some fights. But like I said, I think with four people, it might it I don't think it would be too darn difficult. Just when I said you have to have communication as well, so that's another thing.
Yeah. See, the thing is, when I had the Bunny Hood Steel on, not last week, but the week before, I told them that I had actually never done any of the Vault 94 stuff, and they politely invited me to come along and join them in a 94 raid. However, never got around to it. Then again, it's not really my kind of spiel. I do like solving puzzles and stuff. A brain teaser a day does help increase your brain, but it never really seemed that interesting. Like some of the stuff you could get, like the armor and stuff, which when you make a full set gives you like a camouflage bonus or something like that. And like the Vault 94 steel, it's like, what's the point? Like, sure, you can use it for stuff, but it always seemed kind of pointless. Like the idea of raids, good. The implementation, semi bad. Pretty decent though.
Right, right.
But the
Yeah,
thing
the
is,
camo for the
yeah, the
power
camo.
armor camo is really cool looking.
It's kind of like a
Um,
weird ghillie suit.
yeah, yeah. I saw. I can't quote the numbers. There was somebody on YouTube that did a video talking about how many times they would have to do the vault in order to get enough steel, and I believe there's a cap on that per day, isn't there?
I have no idea. Like I've looked into this kind of stuff, and I didn't see a cap or anything, but I saw that a lot of the people will play the game. Well, they'll play the instance and they'll try and get as much steel as they possibly can, but it just gets to the point where it's so boring and mundane because either they keep dying or they've successfully found a way to basically just play the game to the point where they can walk right through it. It's I don't know. It's kind of like when you go farming for things. Like if in this game, when you go farming for things, it eventually gets really boring and you don't want to do it anymore. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's what I've kind of noticed with people playing the vaults on Reddit. It's had a lot of negative feedback, and recently with the fact that it deletes your characters sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, well, a lot of people got angry for
Uh-huh.
the wrong reason. Yes, it is quite infuriating if your character gets deleted. Should you get angry at the game? Yes. Should you start trying to call out Bethesda for being shit? No. You've got to
No.
remember Fallout 76 is the first time Bethesda's ever done anything like this, so cut them some slack. And they are out there saying, yes, we can get your character back. Do not worry. So there was like a post on Twitter that was like, oh, I can't believe this is happening. Bethesda should be better than this. And it's like, not really.
Where
Have
have
you
you
ever
been the
tried?
last eight
Yeah,
months?
it's like, do can you do stuff that you have to go and hire a professional to do? No, so shut up.
No,
It's like, can you
no.
change the
That's
oil in a
that's
tank, or can you replace the circuit breakers in your house? No, shut up.
Yeah, that's why you hire somebody.
Exactly.
It's easy to overreact. We're in a overreaction culture, and the internet is the biggest overreaction place that we have. So, people go there. You kind of take it for granted. Like you just kind of look at what people say. It's probably not that bad. It's really easy to type that you're mad and upset and that, they should do a better job. But really, I mean,
It
it's not
yeah,
worth it.
it's not like there was. something that I did reply to on Twitter, which was someone tweeted out a response to someone saying, you know, I'm playing Fallout 76. I've just had my character deleted. This game's just as bad as I remember it. I'm not going to play it. And someone was like, should you really, play a game that you don't like, or should you just go away and try and find a game that you do like and play that instead? And I chimed in with, how dare you say that? We're not the kind of... We're humans. We don't come around here trying to find something that makes our life easy. We want to find something we can shit on. And it's just
Yeah,
so true.
it is. It is. And so, I struggle with it. We've all we've all played when the game started. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, I've played since
I don't know
since
how many
beta.
times. I mean, how many times that thing disconnect at the beginning?
Hmm.
The first 3 4 months. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. And it's a lot better now. I stopped playing it for about up until Nuclear Winter came out. I picked it back up, and I've been enjoying it immensely since.
I don't think I ever dropped Fallout. I always kept playing. Well, pretty much because I make YouTube videos on it and stuff. I always kept up to
Right.
date with making videos and stuff, but didn't really do anything like. Here's a segue, a really good segue, but I never did anything like public events. How good of a segue was that? That was completely and utterly
Perfect.
not planned whatsoever. But yeah,
Perfect.
no, like I never started doing the public events, and then like we had the big public event which was Meat Week. That was a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of fun. Like I enjoyed
it
Meat
was.
Week just for the fact that out of nowhere, Graham would start hovering and floating around and sliding around the place, which really put the super in Super Mutant. It was pretty funny. But
That,
what's happening is a crapload of new changes are actually coming to public events, and they all
yeah.
sound really good.
Oh
What we
yeah.
have is we have free fast travel coming to public events. So if you see an event that you've been trying to farm, but every time you get there, the people have successfully managed to destroy, or it's taking you too long, or you don't have the caps to fast travel to it, fast travel to public events now is free. Well, not now. It's
Hmm.
coming. It's not implemented quite yet, but it's free, dude. Have you ever had that trouble with? Oh, there's a public event going on. I don't have the caps. I wish I could fast travel there.
Yeah, when I was didn't have many caps when I was a lower level player. Yeah, and even now, sometimes if it's on the other side of the map, there's one I'm looking for, and it comes up. It's like, do I really want to spend 45 caps to travel from one corner of the map to the other?
Well, yeah,
And
no,
then I don't even know
that's
what's.
true.
Yeah, and a lot of times there's not people there, and I think that's part of what they're trying to do with this is to make it more interactive for people. So when they look at it and they say, okay, there's how much time left. This is the type of fight that you're going to
Yeah,
encounter, etc.
I see you've
And
done your
on
research.
top of that, I have, I have, because I was interested. There's some certain events I like to do, like One Violent Night. That's one of my favorite
Yeah,
ones. When there's people there, you got to get 4 or 5 people all playing instruments and hitting the enemies with guitar swords and
I think that's the
playing
only
the
one.
jukebox.
Yeah, I think that's the only one I've really ever properly gone after, like up at the Sons of Dane compound. I think that's the only one I've
Yeah,
ever really done proper. Just because it's fun, because you can just mess around with instruments. Plus, it's really easily to defend. Because even though they are high level, they don't really do a lot of damage to you. Like all the ghouls that turn up and start smacking you and stuff. It's just like, all right, put some power armor on and just stand there, and like one person can hurt them, and just mini nuke them. But it's what I do like is happening now is the fact that they're putting on actual labels. So when you hover over the little, it's like a pentagon or whatever, the little icon that pops up on the map, which by the way is going to get bigger, so you can see it more clearly on the map. That's it's going
yeah,
to
it's
get
gonna be a lot like
yeah,
it's gonna be a lot like hovering over somebody's camp icon that shows what they have
exactly, and
in their
it's going to
vending
yeah, it's going
machines.
to tell you everything from what type of enemies are going to be there, how long it's been going on, who's there, what type. So if it's a boss fight or a defense thing, and that's awesome because I'm sick and tired of like having to Google what the event is. Like I don't know all the events, I know about two or three. So I'm like, right, okay, let's go
Right.
to the events I know. But if I'm like, that event sounds interesting, I turn up and then it's like, oh yeah, just stand in a circle where you get your ass kicked by 20 assaultrons. It's like, do you know what? No, not really. No,
Oh, that
bye.
was like that sheep splotch event
Yeah, the
when the sheep
imposter one.
splotch came out. Oh my gosh, I still don't know to this day what to do with that. I just go in there and get killed.
I go in there crouch down because I've got the chameleon serum, so I'm invisible, and then I just try and do as much sneak damage as I possibly can.
That works.
But the good thing about it as
Yeah, also
well,
something else.
oh,
Oh,
go on.
go
I
on.
wonder. I wonder if you're
Oh,
thinking what I'm thinking.
maybe I'm thinking they hinted at some recurring events also.
That's not what I was gonna say, but yes, they did talk about. Well, they're talking about bringing some new events back. Some
Right?
some events now will be going away. Some old ones that are no longer in will be coming back, and there will be ones that stay on not continuously, but are more frequent than others. Which I don't think offer a better payout or a bigger payout or anything like that. But they are more frequent, so they're a lot easier to play and stuff and get in. I think they're aimed more
Yeah,
at lower levels. I can't really remember. It's hard to gather information on some of this stuff because Bethesda's
it
not
is.
really good at putting out information.
No, they're not. Something else I noticed they said, um, you know how you get to an event and maybe it's just ended or it's about to end and you've only participated maybe for a minute and that they've already killed like the main boss. Well, they're looking at not with this patch coming up, but in the future, near future hopefully, that if you show up and you do, they're gonna performance based rewards. But also
Yeah,
like say if that that 3-star legendary over that got killed, you didn't get a chance to get a shot on it, but you've been there, well, you're going to still be going to be able to loot that character,
yeah, because that's
that
the thing
end.
that's kind of been bugging people out with like they've wanted to do an event. They've only just noticed it's been on. It's been on for a bit. It's about to end. They want to get there. They get there pretty much just at the end, at the nick of time. They manage to land a couple of shots on some stuff. Event ends, and they don't get the full amount of loot that they wish
Right.
they did. This way, everybody gets a good amount of loot, but if you didn't deal. Well, if you jumped in right at the end, you don't get the same amount of reward as other ones because that wouldn't be fair because you only just tagged on right at the end. So basically, you just
Yeah.
let everyone else do the work. But I do like the fact that if a monster drops, like a legendary drops a weapon, everybody gets the chance to get that. That's very nice because
Yeah.
you might be a low level, so you do have to wait for the people to help knock down quite a few enemies and stuff. Um, yeah, it's quite nice. I did like what they did there. What I had in mind, which I surprisingly didn't come anywhere close to, was that you no longer will drop junk when you die.
Oh yeah, yeah, I saw that as well.
That
Yeah.
is
So
a for
yeah.
people like me who build in this game continuously and have completed their stashes 800 out of 800 and still carry enough junk to over encumber themselves. Dying is a pain in the arse because I will lose valuable resources. Now
Right.
that will no longer happen when I die in an event.
The only thing I'd like to see added on to that is the take all button because if you have a full stash bag of stuff you've dropped, of junk you've dropped, how many times have you died trying to pick all that stuff up out of the bag and just to
There,
have to come back and keep coming back?
funnily enough, there is a take all button.
I have never seen it.
It's
I
square.
swear. I've played this game for over 500 hours. I've never noticed.
Yeah,
Laugh at
no,
me
like
all you want.
I've died in like like PvP or if I've had a bounty on me, someone's killed me, and they've been nice enough not to rob any of my loot, which is like rare as hell. I will go up to my bag, or even if I've just died from like falling off something, go up to my bag, go to transfer, and then I'm pretty sure it's you press square again and it's take all.
Well, that would be the typical button for that.
Yes, and it's very handy. I think you have to do it from the all section. You don't go into aid or anything like that. Um, I think it's just from there, but there is a take all button, which I'm happy with because it saves about 8 hours.
Well, thank you. I seriously had no idea. I played this game enough, but all right, fair enough.
Yeah, so the fact that public events again, a big change when, people would be like, no, change this instead, change that instead. What are you doing? The fact that they're doing public events is actually quite nice. Maybe they should be focusing more on some other things, like, sorting some stuff out, like hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Vault 94, with the fact that it kills your character and deletes them from existence. It Thanos snaps them away. Let's try and get that fixed. But it's nice to see that
Yeah.
they're not just Bethesda's not just sitting on their ass going, oh yeah, what should we put in now? Is it broken? Yeah, screw it, just put it in anyway. It's nice to see they're not doing that and they're actually trying to fix some stuff and adapt some stuff and make things differently.
Well, it's probably a separate team as well that works on the
Oh yeah,
bugs, like, that or implementation of different things into the game. That's what people. I mean, I've never been to a video game company. I don't know anybody that works for a video game company, but we can only guess that they're separate entities within the team there in Austin that's working on this game.
well,
It's not just,
it's probably about 20 different departments for a game. If you think of the fact that it's on PC, PS4, and Xbox, that in itself has probably got
that's three teams right
yeah,
there.
that's three teams there. Those main teams or those main departments for PS4, PC, and Xbox probably have several for things like configuring updates, designing updates, fixing bugs, all that kind of stuff. They've probably got tech departments within tech departments within tech departments just to keep this thing going.
Yeah,
However, I
that's
am very happy with the fact that they've finally brought out on Tuesday, this Tuesday coming up, not the Tuesday already gone, a new map for Nuclear Winter.
yeah. They're it's gonna be in Morgantown now.
Hell yes. Finally well, I won't say a close quarters combat because it's, more. The thing at the minute is, it's a massive thing. It shrinks down. It's, your basic Battle Royale mode. But the Flatwoods one has just been kind of boring because there's too much field. Everybody either gathers in Sutton or dies at the lodge. There's just too much field. And I mean field as in
Not
grass
enough.
field.
Yeah, not enough verticality. Not enough. I know what you're saying.
Well,
You
not
know,
enough
you
compactability to the fact where you're literally having a ground war in the streets between buildings and on roofs and all that kind of stuff.
yeah. Or people hiding out inside of, buildings there in Morgantown. I haven't seen exactly. Is it going to be the full town of Morgantown? Like, you're not going to be able to go into the school, will you?
No, I don't think you'll be able to enter buildings that require a loading screen because that wouldn't
Okay.
make any
Okay.
sense, would it?
No.
You'd be
No, it
joining
wouldn't.
an entirely different instance. But you never know; they might hollow out the school and make it
That'd be
accessible
cool.
from the outside. That would be cool. I mean, one of the talking topics that I have on Nuclear Winter is thoughts about what you'd like to see. Well, funnily enough, a trailer dropped like almost an hour ago, just before we started. A trailer dropped, which was pretty funny that I didn't get a chance to check that out before we went live. God
I
damn
didn't
it!
either.
But thoughts, ideas, tips, and tricks. Because I'm guessing you play Nuclear Winter quite a bit.
Not. I've played it when it first came out. I'm not a big battle royale guy. Um, I enjoyed like PUBG when it came out. But I've kind of we're so oversaturated with battle royale. But I the few times I played it, I enjoyed it. It's just not a me thing, you know.
Yeah, no, I
Apparently
think
it's really good. It felt good.
Nuclear
Like
Winter
it
is a
felt
lot of fun, man.
surprisingly good. Yeah,
Like I do
it felt
like playing
surprisingly
Nuclear Winter.
good for this game. Like I was expecting it to be a dumpster fire.
Well,
But
the weird thing is, when I was expecting it to be like PUBG, and PUBG's boring as fuck, and then you play it, and it's got I don't know what it is. It's basically a carbon copy clone of any battle royale game that exists, but it feels different when you play it. It might not look different to other, battle royale games, but it feels different, and that's I think what does it for me.
well, with the implication of pick up perks, and just the Fallout experience, it was kind of felt weird to play Battle Royale and Fallout. I would never imagined it. I've always just hoped for a co-op experience in a Fallout game, let alone what we've got now. Well, I think the perks is what does it.
Yeah, I like the fact that they've updated the way that perks, you get, well, not the way you get perks, but, if you get a duplicate perk, it gives you that little token, which I still don't know what you do
Yeah.
with.
I have no idea.
Like, I've got a few, don't know what you do with them. It's kind of weird.
Uh-uh.
But I do like the fact that, it was like, oh, if you've got this, oh, well, you've got it twice. Who cares? Let's let you keep it, and you can just use this ticket for. I think you get other perks with them or something like that. I don't really know. Um, it's kind of a weird thing. Like that. That was kind of weird. I don't think they explained it thoroughly enough for me. They've probably explained it better for other people, or other people probably understand. But I,
Probably.
I do love a nuclear winner, and I think. See, I have this weird thing where I like to, point out that I think I did some stuff on Fallout 76 first before any other people. I might be wrong, but my research into some of the things, like the fact that I'm pretty sure I was the first person on YouTube to do a camp video where I taught people's camps. I was not the first person to do a game show. I haven't done a game show. It'd be fun to host a game show, but I haven't hosted a game show. I'm pretty sure I'm the first person and only person to hold a talk show within Fallout itself. And, some of the other things, like, I wasn't the first to do building videos. That I'm pretty sure that was like, what's his name? It's Final Render, I think he's called. Pretty sure he was one of the first people. There's people who've been doing
No
builds since,
respawns.
yeah, no response. There's been people doing builds
Yeah.
since
Yeah. Fallout
Fallout
4.
4.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Nuclear Winter, and I don't want to say this because I'm probably not, I'm pretty sure I was one of the first people, along with my team, because I have a team, to go to, what's it called now? The agricultural facility and
Mhm.
the airport, which is pretty funny because I've just given away where I spawn and all that kind of stuff. But pretty sure we were the first people to go there. Don't claim me on that. Don't fact check me. Well, you can fact check me on that, but yeah. But like tips and like I want to give out some tips and tricks for when it comes to actually playing the game because people just run and gun it and it bugs the crap out of me.
I think I'm not the person to definitely ask because I haven't played it enough. But yeah, I wish I could help you out with the tips and tricks part, but I have not played it enough to even give any guidance on it.
Well,
I myself, when I played PUBG though, I definitely like to avoid firefights until the end and just pick
yes.
up as much as I can and get prepared. That's my style of battle royale when I play.
Well, do you know what? I think that is the perfect end to having you out on the couch because we do have other guests that we need to get to, and I realise that
Yes,
I've just
yes, we
talked for
do.
quite a long time to one guest. So we might actually run a little bit longer this episode because we're going to bring out our next guest right now. So, ladies and gentlemen,
All right.
even though you can't actually give a round of applause, let's give a round of applause right there for Call Me Double Down. He has been a awesome guest. But right now, we're going to bring out Loompa. Loompa, would you kindly unmute yourself and come join me on the couch? Take your time. And while you do that, I'm going to take another swig of Kraken because my voice is killing me. How you doing? How you doing, Loompa?
I'm not bad, Captain. How you doing?
Oh, apart from the voice thing, not too bad. I mean, it's only 12:30, so plenty of time. And damn, that Kraken rum goes down smooth. Oof, Jesus Christ. How have you
I
been? How's your
have to put
Fallout
this
been
out there
experience?
before we
Go
really
on.
start this out.
Oh, go on.
This is probably one of the most ingenious things I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you very much.
A Fallout talk show inside of Fallout 76, built in a camp that's made like a real TV set. I'm in green room. Come on,
Yeah, it's even got a green room.
this is top quality stuff here.
And funnily enough, though you can't see it on the stream and though you can't actually see it properly, the name of the show is actually on the wall right behind me.
Random encounters.
Random
I saw that
Encounters.
earlier. It
Yep.
was really nice.
Got to have the name of the show when you do this stuff, man. I mean, I'll pan up real quick for the audience because this is all done. There we go. Look, on our little wall right there, we do have Random Encounters with a map of Appalachia, some of those things, a flag, some advertisements over in the corner. It's a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun building this set.
It looks like it.
Do you know what? I just wish I could get, no offense to my guests, but I wish I could get some more YouTubers and all that kind of stuff to pop onto the couch and have a bit of fun. It is a
Oh, they're
shame.
definitely missing out.
They are. Well, I'm not going to say they are, but they are.
It's
Now,
all right. Take the pat on
yeah,
the back.
yeah. No, well, you've been listening to what we've been talking about, and I'm going to take.
Absolutely.
Obviously, I'm going to take you through the same topics because it's a topic-based talk show. It's not like the Late Show with Stephen Colbert, where he brings on famous people and talks to them about their life. We're going to talk topics. It's more, to be honest, it's more of a podcast, I guess. But I'm calling it a talk show because it has a talk show set. It's probably got a wrong orientation for a talk show set because I'm pretty sure my desk should be on the right, but who gives a shit? But Vault 90. Let's kick off with Vault 94. You done any Vault 94?
A little bit of it. I had fun during it, but it's a pain. We never completed it. It's
Did
a real pain.
you'll die horrible deaths?
I managed to escape
Ooh.
barely. I had to take down a couple Mylar queens in order to do so, and I ran out of plasma, the plasma Gatling cores rather quickly in that. I was surprised at how much rapid fire I was putting out and how little they were being damaged in the overall scheme of things, with two Mylar queens, then hordes and hordes and hordes, then back to the queens.
Are you a plasma
couple-
weapon build?
No, I'm more of a tank build. I do a lot of melee, up close fighting. However, I do keep a Gatling of some sort or a machine gun of some sort, a heavy machine gun. Depending on what I'm doing, will depend on what I grab. Mostly because
I was going to
in
say
these
when it comes
large
to
horde situations, it's hard. You can't
when
just sit there and axe everything.
when it comes to plasma weapons, surely a plasma thrower like that plasma mod that turns any plasma weapon into a flamethrower would be really good for hordes.
It depends on if they've updated how those type of weapons work. Like, what is it? The flamethrower in the game. I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now. But
What, the
it burns
plasma
through
one or
fuel, or any flamethrower.
Oh well, yeah, no, it's just called a flamer.
There's the ice gun too. The
Cryolator.
Yeah, it burns through ammo so fast, and it didn't Fallout 4. That's why I never really got into those. The flamethrowers, you just watch your ammo just drop rapidly. The more you
Yeah,
use
I
it.
guess,
And I wish they'd slow that down a little bit. Let us enjoy setting stuff on fire, or freezing things, or blasting them in the goo as the plasma does.
I'm sure you
Slow
can get
that count
extended
down.
tanks.
Yeah, so you get more ammo, but that ammo burns through quick. And in a game like 76, where ammo is hard to come by because it doesn't show up as often as you want it to,
And making it is a pain
building
in the
it,
ass.
you have to constantly farm just to be able to make it. Slow some of this down. Slow some of these counts down. I mean, you're not going to take away from the game.
Yeah, no,
You're going to add
true.
to.
But for the Vault 94 raids, you've only done it a little bit. Have you encountered any problems while doing this? Because we know the big problem that I will cover, and I will keep reassuring people that do not worry. If you lose your character, you can get your character back within the Vault raid. If it kills your guy and wipes them from existence, just contact Bethesda, tell them what's happened, give them your information, and they will do a $6 million man. They have the technology; they can rebuild him. Do not worry. But yeah, have you encountered any problems that you've been having when you've played the raids?
Glitchy. That's about all I've come up with is glitchy. I have not died. I have not had to worry about going back to get my loot. I haven't had my character deleted. I guess I'm one of the lucky ones. But glitchy. I don't know if it's because of servers. I don't know if it's because of my internet at the time. I don't think I had the higher speed internet like I do now. But glitchy. That was my take of it. Looked like fun, seemed like fun. Double Down crashed out a couple times while playing it, while we tried getting through some of it. But, you're shooting at an enemy in one spot and it's not there. It's actually another spot when it pops back up.
Oh, so yeah. You're having latency
frustrating.
issues and stuff.
And yeah, there's that. There's just there's always the weird things happening. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's frustrating. Where like you throw a grenade into a pile of enemies and one of them goes launching through the sky over a building or something like that. I mean, I love I love it, but in that kind of setting where there's a lot going on, you can't sit around and enjoy it. It's a little bit. The hoarding was a little bit hard to handle, even as like a tank build.
Yeah, from what I've seen, because it's such like a lot of the stuff is such close quarters. You don't really have the time to get in there and like loot or do anything. Like it's got that time limit to it. There's all this kind of really crunching stuff because you've got to solve puzzles and all this kind of stuff. The fact that you don't have time to loot is kind of a bummer.
Kill first, loot later. But that's how I've always played Fallout.
I've always gone kill, loot, kill, loot, kill, loot.
I know some people who are looting and killing at the same time. I don't understand how they do it. I'd like to clear an area so I can comfortably loot and decide what I want, what I don't want. Because I'm a slow-paced player in a lot of these games. I like to take it easy, sneak around, take my shots instead of rushing in, and then suddenly there's 30 super mutants around you instead of picking them off one by one.
Well, I'm a stealth sniper build, so I know how that's like.
Mm-hmm. But in this particular game, because it is a group game, it is meant to be a party game. I built a tank so I can be more useful in a group setting. I thought of the game when it first came out much more like a World of Warcraft type party. You have your DPS people. If you got someone, there's not really a healer in here, but
well, those Stimpack diffusers.
One person.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to find one, so I don't know how it works yet.
Yeah, pretty sure you can get them gifted or craft them. But yeah, no, like, see, I'm like you. I treat this like kind of like World of Warcraft. It's you've got a tank, you've got a damage dealer, you've got a DPS, you healers or defend units and all this kind of stuff. Like, if you could hold a shield, that would be great because someone would immediately build Captain America just for a bunch of fun. Like, I've got a shield, can I throw it? No, you can't throw it, but you can run into people and bash them with it. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, no, like
I can imagine the noise right now. It's beautiful.
Oh, well, just the dung that happens.
The shield bash, the whap, something.
The thing that always made me giggle is that it completely and utterly absorbs vibration, so it won't make any noise whatsoever. I'm talking Captain America's shield. If Captain America hit you with a shield, there would not be a clunk or a dung or anything. It'd just go, and that'd be it. You'd get hit by a noiseless force as this big, burly, steroids-induced superhero comes up and hits you with a vibranium shield that absorbs vibration, and sound is vibration, so it wouldn't go thung like it does. It'd just go and hit you, and there'd be no sound. So that'd be pretty funny. Like, when mods finally come to this game, hopefully we get mods on PS4. But even if it's like still stuck to PC, please someone mod in Captain America Shield, because that'd be funny as hell.
I'd buy it. I'd use my items and buy it.
Well, the thing is with that, not the responders, the Free States bundle where you got like the army kind of stuff, reskin that to make it look like Captain America's suit from the Captain America First Avenger. Give it a shield. Boom, there you go, Captain America. Have fun.
I mean, look at that. It's marketing at its finest right there.
Hell yes. Well, before we continue and talk about public events and the Nuclear Winter new map, we are going to take a short commercial break, so ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a second. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back talking Nuclear Winter. We're going to kick it off. We've been talking about all this kind of stuff with people, but do you play Nuclear Winter, Loompa?
No, I do not.
You do not? Do you know anything about Nuclear Winter whatsoever?
It's the Battle Royale solution to Bethesda's marketing issues for some of their mistakes.
That's surprisingly accurate. Well,
I'm a pretty critical person of Bethesda and this game. Oh,
yes.
As much as I do have a guilty pleasure of playing it.
we've all got to be critical at some point. There's no way around it, but I guess if you don't know anything about Nuclear Winter, I will say that there's a new map coming. It's Morgantown. It's going to be a bit of fun. I cannot take you through tips and tricks, thoughts, or ideas because you've never played the thing. That's kind of funny.
No, I know. I'd rather play a different game than go into that with
that is true.
Double Down. It's just the whole battle royale thing to me was ruined a long time ago. The whole concept.
Well,
I tried playing Fortnite. I'll say it. I'll admit it.
Yeah, no, I'll admit it. I played Fortnite.
And the whole concept of, you got to rush to the end and then build a giant tower at the end, and that's how you win the game. No. I'd rather play a little bit more team-based type stuff. If they came out with a multiplayer combat thing where you're on teams, hey, I'll try it out. I'll try that one out. I mean, I don't like every version of it, but that's something I can get down with.
Yeah.
Battle Royale, just not my cup of tea, not my thing.
Well, I do like the fact that you can be in teams. That's kind of nice. And, it does get a lot of people... It managed to get a lot of people into the game who wouldn't get Fallout for the single player... Well, not the single player, but, the online experience with other people doing the Wasteland adventure mode where you're out, like we are right now, in the game where you quest and stuff. But a lot of people who bought the game for Nuclear Winter came on into single player anyway and had a whale of a time, which is kind of nice.
And all credit to Bethesda in releasing it. I mean, I'm not trying to badmouth them.
No.
It's just a matter of I heard about it, I'm like, this could be cool, and then I heard it was Battle Royale, and I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah,
and that was about the end of the conversation on that one, and I just don't pay attention to it because of that fact.
Well, I don't get how it happened, but I mean, PUBG, boring as hell. The new I don't know what I think it's like Call of Duty Black Ops 20 or something. I don't know. That one has a battle royale on it, but it has a zombie mode in it, and I always love games like that. Like if you can take a battle royale and make it where there's zombies in it, I'll buy it because I love zombie games. Like the only reason I play the Call of Duty games is for zombies. I stopped at World at War for campaign stuff because it's all just boring crap. I will admit, though, the Call of Duty with the Zeus project, which is the Cobalt system in space, which is a real thing in space, but remember, we have a treaty side space. But the gravity is a weapon to perform a nuclear-style attack, but without the nuclear devastation of the radiation and stuff.
Is that the one with the tungsten?
I think it's either tungsten or cobalt, and it basically just propels them towards the planet, and then gravity takes over. And that's the only reason I liked that Call of Duty game, was because it's real. It had that real element to it.
I might actually play the game just for that, just because I wanted to always see one work. But
well, I mean...
you can't weaponize space.
You can't weaponize space. Yeah, legally. Spy satellites, though, they're weapons in space. Come on.
Cough.
Yeah, come on, America. Star Wars project. Space Force. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Space Force is going to be amazing.
Oh, God, please don't get me fucking... Listen, fucking Space Force. Fucking hell. We're getting off topic.
I apologize.
Fucking Space Force. Oh, God. Oh, that's so terrible. Anyway,
Fallout 76, where anything can happen. Even Space Force.
How good of a weapon would that be if we had the Zeus project in Fallout?
Oh, wasn't that in Fallout 4? You could unlock the tower. I can't remember. Oh, what was that called?
Are you talking about Fallout New Vegas, where you use the solar-powered laser beam from space?
Yes.
Yeah,
Vegas?
That's in New Vegas. Yeah, that's the Helios weapon. You get that little toy ray gun that calls it an orbital strike of a laser.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that was awesome.
That was awesome, but we get the orbital strike beacons in this game, which calls down a missile. It'd be cool if we could have one that did a lot more damage, but you only got to use it like once every couple of days or something, and that would be the Zeus weapon, where it just calls down a giant tungsten or cobalt rod and just devastates everybody.
I would do everything I could to unlock that, just to try it.
Well, even that
I
in
mean,
nuclear winter would be great. I'm sick. I'm sick and tired of people in nuclear winter who get the right in nuclear winter. I don't know if you know because you haven't played it. You can get a nuclear football, right? You get a briefcase, and you pick up
they
four.
don't use it.
No. They do the really they do the stupidest thing possible, and that's what you need is you need the briefcase, and then you need four cards, four nuclear key cards, and then you can drop a nuke. And what people do is they get the briefcase, they get the four codes, and because the radius of the circle gets smaller and smaller and smaller, what you're supposed to do, and I say what you're supposed to do because I'm being sarcastic and it's the thing that you should do, is wait for the circle to get really small to the point where there's not a lot of people left, but the majority of the people are out in the circle. You drop it so there is a tiny amount of the circle, literally like 1 square inch of the thing that is not going to be in the nuke zone. Drop the nuke, your team sits in that little safe area, the nuke goes off, vaporizes everybody inside, you win. That's how you're supposed to do it. What people do in the game, the majority of the time, is, oh, I've got the nuke, let's just drop it instantaneously. And the circle's like massive, and it's like, are you kidding me? You've been given a nuclear weapon, and you don't immediately go, drop nuclear bomb. You go, let's use it. Oh yeah, what's the thing at the front of a tactical nuclear warhead? Oh, that's the tactical part. Use the tactical part of the nuclear warhead. It's like, Trump recently. Can we nuke hurricanes? Are you insane? But let's not talk politics.
Well, let's tactically nuke those hurricanes.
Oh yeah, let's tactically.
That way it actually works.
It is the stupidest thing he's ever said. Let's nuke a hurricane. Yeah, let's throw some radioactive dust around. Well, let's nuke something that probably it might not dissipate. It might just make it a nuclear hurricane, and then let's just dispense all this nuclear stuff because we've just had it in a fucking hurricane. But no, I'm sick and tired of talking about that idiot. And we've got idiots running our country. You've got idiots running your country. Everybody's got idiots running their countries.
And I think the top contender is that windmills give you cancer. I mean.
Oh yeah, no.
That was beautiful. That was a beautiful one.
I can see if I look out my window, I can see wind turbines on the hill in the distance, and I've always looked at them and gone, do you know what? I feel a little bit cancerous today. Cough, cough, cough. I've got cancer. Oh no, what am I going to do? But because you've not played,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no, because you've not played Nuclear Winter, I guess we will have to finally talk about public events, so we can. No offense, but we can get you off the couch and we can bring Llama out because we don't have 3 guests this. And I keep rambling. That's the one problem I have with the talk show. I ramble. It's my YouTube problem.
Well, it's engaging. It's entertaining.
I do hope people find it engaging. Well, Random Encounters will not be going away. It will be staying for as long as I can possibly do it. And it's killing me. But public events. You heard what I was talking about with Call Me Double Down. Any thoughts on the stuff that we talked about? With the fact that they're bringing new ways to show off what's going on with the events. The icons being bigger, the fact that it's going to be free travel to get to them, and all that kind of stuff. Do you do many public events?
I haven't recently, but I used to all the time because that's how you got certain plans. And that was back when they weren't spawning the way they were supposed to either. But that's a different story. That's in the past. They've hopefully improved a lot of it. But I always did it for the items that you got or the perks that you can get, like, say, you help restart a nuclear power plant. Then you take over another workshop that's connected to that power plant. You can then use that power plant to power things, such as the food processing center.
Hell yes.
You let that go for like an hour or two. You defend it for like an hour or two, and then you have food for the next couple of weeks or whatever. However long you play, however often you play, you have food. You don't have to sit there and cook. You don't have to farm. You don't have to do anything like that. It's right there. You get a bunch of items for it. That's how you get your big nuclear generator that.
Yep, powering up Poseidon gives you the 100 generator for your base, which not a lot of people knew, which was kind of weird.
I mean, I would. What is it? I have to remember which power plant it is, but I want to say it began with Thunder or something like that. But
Thunder Mountain.
You go down to Thunder Mountain. I was thinking Thunderhead for some reason.
Thunderhead.
But you fix that one, you go down and harvest a whole bunch of nuclear material down in the H1N1
That's it.
waste,
H1Z1 is a
the
game, but
workshop.
yeah, you mean the nuclear dump site?
Yeah, it has some. See,
Yeah,
I
it's
know
like
where these things are at on my
H1Z3
map. I forgot what the
or
names
something
are.
like that.
Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's all the way
I think
down
it was like, oh,
south.
lead farming here, nuclear farming here. That's what I think of when I go to these places. I don't think of the names.
Yeah, but it's all
I'm
the way
like, all
down
right,
south.
I need to go buy stuff.
It's the one designed.
All the way south by the bear.
Yeah, it's funnily enough the reason it's designed the way it's designed is because that's like the spikes sticking out the ground in random directions and stuff is the fact that things like radiation signs, people are well, as it goes on generation by generation, the generations kind of don't know what the sign means. So they see the symbol and they're like, "Oh, what does that mean?" So what they've done is they're starting to put these spikes into actual dump sites because spikes, kind of give you this thing of evil looking or dangerous or something like that. So they're using actual physical construction to be like, warning, stay away from this place, instead of trying to teach everybody that, that circle with 3 bars that are black and 3 that are yellow mean radioactive, even though the sign also says radiation or radioactive on it. People are just stupid.
Well, most people, they know how to read, choose not to. So.
That is true. But yeah, no, that's a fun little bit of actual factual information right there, is that site is based on real life concepts for stuff that people are trying to get implemented at nuclear dump sites. So there you go.
I'm going to have to look that one up.
Hell yeah.
Even gave me some more research.
Oh yeah, just throw a bunch of stuff at you. But
all right.
Is there anything else you want to say on public events before we bring Llama
out? Do them, especially if you're starting out. Just do them. Get used to them. Even if no one else is doing them, learn how to do them. You get a lot of good stuff out of it.
That is true. You do get a lot of
honestly, there are ones that glitch out. There are ones that are hard that you can't really do on your own. But most of them, almost all of them, you can do on your own. So do them. Just do them.
Well, there you go. You've heard it from the tinfoil hat man himself.
Yeah, I don't trust these radiation waves out here. Aliens are going to get me.
Who doesn't? But thank you for joining me on the couch, Loompa. It's been a lot of fun having you out. You can head on either into the audience or into the guest room, and we're going to bring out Llama. Llama, you with us? You can unmute yourself now. You can pop on in. You can say how to do, and join me on the couch if you're even there, man. I don't even know if you're there.
Ah, he's here.
Oh, he's there. Well, he does need to unmute himself because everybody was muted.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Welcome. Come join me on the couch. Have you chosen the chair, or are you on the couch? Oh, no, there you are. Oh, wearing your proper attire because you are a member. Are you? Yes, you are a member of the Bunny Hood, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's the thing. You're a member.
Idea maker.
Yeah, this is the thing, because you're also part of HOA as well, so I get confused all the time.
That I am. That I am.
Anything new with the HOA before we begin this?
Dabs, man. We're going intergalactic.
Oh yes, you do. You're going to be doing No Man's Sky, aren't you?
That is correct.
I've thought about picking up No Man's Sky. I didn't mention it on I do a thing called Fireside Chats now, where I mention stuff that's going to be going on with the channel and stuff. I did want to bring No Man's Sky up because of the big update that's come out for it, but I don't know. It's still a little bit too pricey for me.
I totally agree with that. Over here, I know you can find a copy of it online for anywhere from $10 to $20 US. So
well, yeah. So
whatever the exchange rate is. So
yeah. Well, if it's
that's here. So.
If it's $10 for you, it's probably about £8 for me. But like on PSN, because PSN does sales completely different to actual like physical copies and stuff.
Exactly.
And I try and keep stuff digital because discs can break and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I just really haven't found a cheap copy. But if I can find a cheap copy, oh hell yeah, I'm jumping on No Man's Sky, especially with that multiplayer update.
Yeah, definitely do it. And if you have VR, it's quite an interesting experience. It's wild. I'll just leave it at that.
No, I don't have VR, but there is a guy on Twitch that I follow who does what's that other space one? Elite Dangerous. He's got the entire thing
Yeah.
set up to work in
Oh,
VR and with vocal commands, so he never all you got to do is boot up the game and then never touch the controls ever again. You can just speak to his ship.
don't ever, don't get me started on Elite Dangerous, my friend. We'll be here for hours.
Oh no. Well,
That game is something else.
let's talk about the topics we do have, and obviously we're going to be talking about Vault 94. Even though it's the second thing on my list, it's the first thing to get out of the way because you are, of course, doing them. You've done them. You're part of the Bunny Hood, so you've been in there, you've done that stuff and had a lot of fun. How's your experience been with it?
So it's difficult. To say it's too difficult, I don't really know. Maybe I know people that have done it. I know people that have tried to do it and not been able to do it. It's a struggle at times. Is it worth it? I think the enjoyment of the whole process is worth it. They could balance out the loot a little bit better, but I say that more or less because you have to grind out the steel for the armor and all that good jazz. They could streamline that, but it's all a work in progress. Like you said earlier, it's their first foray into this kind of a game. So
Yeah, and it's something I've been saying since the beginning of even back in the beta was people were like, "Oh, this game's broken. It's shit. It's blah, 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 blah." It's like, yeah, but we are literally not even playing a full game. We're playing a add-on to Fallout 4. We are playing Fallout 4's multiplayer that they could not implement, which they then turned into an entirely new game. And people are just bitching and moaning, and they're still doing it. And it's like, shut up! It's not even a full fucking game. It was retailed as a full game.
you can't please everybody, and you never
That's
will
true.
be able to. You know, it has its market. They try new things. Here's the other thing, man. It's all free, regardless of whether it should be or not. It is. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they are willing to support issues that pop up is amazing. Because rightfully, I'm not like trying to be, the guy that's, Dutch rudder in corporate America. They don't legally have to support the game after they release it.
That is
They
true.
do. The fact they've continued to do it and continue to bring the content is wonderful. I applaud them for their efforts. And and I'm from the guy. I'll publicly announce it. I am probably one of the main people. Actually, I will say I'm the main person that started Baggate. The whole going after Bethesda's throats for not providing the canvas bag that they properly marketed.
Baggate.
And I did it on principle. I did it on
Baggate.
principle alone.
Come
I'm
on,
saying-
man. You could have come up with something better than Baggate.
Catchy, man. It's all about the catch.
That's
It runs
not
right off the tongue,
catchy.
right?
Baggate. The Pizzagate was funny. Pizzagate was funny and catchy. Because, it's like Watergate, that was funny. The fact that apparently there's been another Watergate kind of thing that people have been calling something that's recently happened, that's funny, but Baggate, come on, you could have done better than that.
Hey man, regardless of the point, I'm just saying, I'm one of the biggest people that's taken them to task over not doing things properly.
Yeah, you call them out on the shit, but
And very vocal about it. But it's like when it comes down to the brass tacks of the situation, they're trying. They're doing their best.
and the thing is as well, all you've got to do is buy the base game. All the DLC is free.
It's free. How much was that? Was that?
Oh no, that was an F, R, and two E's altogether. It makes $0. It's free. The game itself, the base game, not free because that would be a bad marketing on Bethesda's point.
If you're not getting it for dirt cheap, you're not buying it in the right place. Anyways, we'll say that.
Yeah,
I
and
love the game, but
the fact that I can't find a cheap version of No Man's Sky, but I can swear to God, if he existed, that if I walked out of my house when all the shops were open, I could probably find Fallout 76 on disc for about 10, 15 quid, which is about $20.
there you go.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. So, I mean, if you're watching this at home and you don't have Fallout 76, realize that if you get Fallout 76 as a digital copy, so the one where it does not require a disc, it will be expensive. But if you can find it in your local store on disc, it's going to be cheap as chips.
Pennies on the dollar.
Pennies on the dollar,
Also,
damn right.
Also, PSA to everybody, two-party authenticate everything. Your Bethesda accounts, your PlayStations, your Xboxes, your phones. That shit helps. Do it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Two-party authentication can be annoying. I have two-party authentication on some stuff. It's annoying as hell, but it is like doubly secure stuff. So yes, I would say. Also, close the fucking door.
Close the fucking door.
There we go. There's a callback to a PSA. Remember, when visiting people's camps, always close the door because it's just polite as fuck. So stop it. Close the door. Don't leave it open. Who knows what you're going to let in if you leave the door open?
Real quick, shameless plug. That's HOA material. You can find us at Twitter at HOA Wasteland. We stream Thursdays and Fridays. Thursdays are PlayStation. Fridays are Xbox. Check us out.
Funnily enough, someone in the chat was wondering who you are, so I redirected them to your Twitter at Commander Llama.
Wonderful. That's who I am.
Damn
Check
right.
everything out.
Yeah, I mean, I call you Llama, but you are Commander Llama, which, funnily enough, I'm pretty sure I am a higher ranker than you, being captain.
It's okay. I fly starships, my man.
Oh,
That's why I'm
dude,
a commander.
I fly. Well, I don't fly everything. I sink everything. It's like, where are we going this time? Bottom of the ocean. All right, see you in a bit.
To the bottom, to Mariner's Trench.
But Nuclear Winter, you play it.
Love it.
You love it.
Love it. I'll tell you this. I and a group of my friends, within the first 5 minutes of it being released, were logged in, playing it, won our first game. Second game, got nuclear briefcase, dropped a nuke, was one of the first people. There could have been others. This is just from what I know, that discovered that you can stalemate. I didn't even realize it when I posted the win. I thought I got a win with a nuke. And then I rewatched the video after I posted, and I was like, hold up, it said stalemate.
Yeah, man. If everybody dies,
Which is wild.
nobody wins.
Nobody wins. It's beautiful. I love that they did that.
Yeah, because normally it would be whoever in like other battle royale
In other
games.
games, it would have been whoever launched it, whoever hit the button.
Well, yeah, or it would be if you were shooting each other, it would be whoever landed the final hit, even if you landed the final hit within like a millisecond of each other.
Exactly.
But
That's Battlefield that it does that, right?
I think that's pretty much with all of them. I think even in PUBG, it's like if you both go down, it's the first person to die,
Okay.
which makes sense. But have you seen the fact that they're now bringing Morgantown? Well, obviously you've been listening to me talk about it, but Morgantown is the new map that is coming out. I do believe the Tuesday that is about to drop. Once this weekend ends, the Tuesday that drops, I'm pretty sure that is when we get Morgantown. Apparently,
I can't wait.
yeah. Apparently,
I'm
the
excited.
Scorched outside told me to run, but this Scorched outside the
Forget
studio,
about
it's
it.
hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, no.
Forget about it.
I mean, I don't know how I hope it is the entirety of Morgantown and just Morgantown. I hope it's, nothing outside of Morgantown. Maybe a little bit of field, maybe a little bit of grass. But I hope the majority of it is all of Morgantown, because Morgantown's not that big.
Yeah, that is true. I'm looking at my map right now. My Welcome to West Virginia glow-in-the-dark map. Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, it's not really that big, but like, they could do it proper. I think it all depends on the dynamics of how the circle comes in on the map. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's going to come down to. If it can be dynamic enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think the majority of the times the circle will end up over the airport.
Yeah.
I
Maybe.
don't know why. It's just this weird thought that I've got in my head that the majority of the time the circle will maybe not encompass the entire airport, but will hold a majority of the airport within itself. And I don't know why. I think it's just the way that my programmer brain is currently working. But
Well, that's just we'll just have to wait and see. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
yeah,
We'll
it's
just have
it's
to
not that
wait
far.
and see.
It's not even a week away.
Exactly.
It should be quite interesting though, because Nuclear Winter right now, I don't play it that often. I haven't played it in a while. There's been a weird glitch happen, which is if you like the challenges that you get, like your daily ones and all that kind of stuff. I just have the one. I'm almost rank 40 or almost rank 50 or something in the game, and it's like level up to level 12, level up to level 32, and I'm like, well, I've already done that. It's like, you want to get a perk card? Level up to rank 42. It's like, okay, are you okay? Do you need to sit down? You having a stroke?
You need to play. You need to
Yes.
play. I think they fixed that because I played. The last time I played Nuclear Winter was probably about 4 days ago, and we got a win. And I did something else, and then we got a win. And then the next match, like maybe like a minute into it, all of a sudden, ting ting, and it knocked all those challenges out. So I think that like it's the same thing that was going on with the Atom challenges with locations. You know what I'm saying? Like visit 5 locations in the Mire. You'd go to all 5, but it'd only check off that you did 3. But they retroactively fixed that.
Oh
Probably
yeah,
about 2
one
patches
of them.
back.
One of them is still broken for me, which is I've discovered the location Bogtown, but it has not given me the fact that I've discovered the location of Bogtown, and that is the only thing. That is the only thing that I need to finish that one, and it's like, no, you haven't found Bogtown. I was like, look, I've just fast traveled to fucking Bogtown.
I'm here. I'm here.
I'm
at
stood
the sign.
in the center of Bogtown. Give me my atoms, for crying out loud. I'm a YouTuber. I need my atoms to buy things to make stuff that I can put in videos, and I have no money to buy them. And I'm not going to open up a Patreon yet because that's just cheap.
Yeah, dude, I have a picture of Valley Galleria that just it would not for whatever reason because that bug it wouldn't check it off the list. I took the picture and I took the Atom Shop challenge and I transposed it on top of the picture with me standing right next to the sign that said Valley Galleria and submitted it to them.
It's funny. It's absolutely funny. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to get back into Nuclear Winter. But the people I play with aren't online that often. I mean, Hayes is here right now. Hayes is like one of the main people I play with. He is the person doing the camera angle on Twitch right now. If you're following on Twitch, he's the guy doing the close-ups and stuff. Which that's all that's being streamed on Twitch right now. It's a close-up of you, and then it'll change to a close-up of me. That's all that's happening on Twitch because that's a backup camera for different angles. But Hayes is like the only person I play it with, and playing duos
It's tough.
It's tough. It's okay, but it's tough. Like having a full team back would be a lot of fun. But the people, like, I don't know if they're actually on anymore or anything like that, or if they're just on when I'm not on and all that kind of stuff. We're never on at the same time anymore. So, you know, it's kind of hard when you're a duo and everyone else is like a full team. It's just like, right, okay, thanks.
You need to hop on over to @thebunnyhood on Twitter, and you need to click on the Discord link. You need to hop in our Discord, and then anytime you want to throw Nuclear Winter down, just hit us up. We'll throw down in some Nuclear Winter. I get down.
Yeah, I mean, man, if I had someone who could run the social media side of my YouTube, I would definitely have more time to do that kind of stuff, but I don't, because there's only 2 people right now who do my YouTube, and at the minute, one of them is away in school doing schooling, where he's learning to edit.
School
and
stuff.
yes, Paulie, my editor, is currently away at school learning about editing and all this kind of stuff, and I'm having to do a lot more stuff because he's only just recently started. So I've been like, don't worry, Paulie, you don't have to edit any videos because you've got a lot of schoolwork coming your way. And when I say schoolwork, I don't mean like high school, I mean, you know, college and university or whatever. It's still schoolwork. Schoolwork is schoolwork no matter how old you are. So like, I've been bogged down with editing again, and I fucking hate editing, and I hate the social media aspect of YouTube as well, because I don't know how to work social media. I'm 25 years old, and I'd never got into social media when it became a thing, so I have no idea how to work social media.
Dude, you're like prime age to like understand everything.
Dude, I might.
What's
I
wrong
only,
with you?
I only
Like-
turned
like-
25
I'm
recently.
I'm in the generation that's like we like kind of grew up with it, right? Like I'm just
Like
about 30
AOL
now.
dial-up.
like Yeah, dude, I remember AOL. Fucking instant
So do
messenger,
I.
dude. Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude, what's your
I
AIM
do.
name?
It was Midget Llamas Racing.
Oh, God.
Throwback.
Oh, God. That's
US.
immediately,
There
yeah,
you go.
that's immediately making us sound older than we are. Oh, God, I still remember dial-up. Duh, that's terrible. I
Man,
can't believe. But like, when social media came out, I never got into social media because I had no friends, and I still have no friends. So I've never really had any need for it. And then when I started doing YouTube, I realized, oh yeah, you can use social media to expand your brand, as it were. Because technically, I'm a brand.
expand your brand.
Yeah,
Yeah, technically, we're just
when
like the
you're a
bunny, and we're
YouTuber,
a brand.
exactly. Yeah, and like, but you guys are multiple people. I'm me and one guy called Paulie. That's it. I have no other people. Like, I don't understand fucking social media. I'm not a teenage girl. I don't know how to tweet about stuff. I mean,
Why do you got? Why do you got to be a teenage girl? Jeez.
because teenage girls have got the finger on the pulse. Like, you've seen fucking American Pie. Like, everybody, like that one posh kid in the school or that one super brighty kid had a finger on the pulse everywhere, and she was like clicking her fingers and oh God, that even makes me sound older. But yeah, no, younger people have an easier way of doing social
You should have
media.
referenced Clueless there, man. I would have way accepted Clueless there.
I don't remember
Yeah, you don't
Clueless.
even know what that is? Yeah, man.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There we go. It's like Cordelia in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
See,
Oh, jeez.
not all stupid.
Oh, jeez.
God, I like how just completely and utterly gone off topic. Completely and utterly. We're in
Yeah,
the
well,
we're in the
we're-
derailment section of this video.
Oh.
Oh
Well,
God.
get back on track. Let's go. Where are we
Oh
at?
right, public events. That's the last thing we've got to cover.
Public events. Let's go. Icons. Isn't that incredible that they're doing that?
Oh
Whoa.
yeah, they're making them bigger, man. It's
Wow.
like we're getting they're
Wow.
realizing that we're old and shit, and we need bad eyesight, so they need to make them bigger. Wow. Do you know what? Let's actually see how fast we can fly through this, because this has now gone 20 minutes over its estimated runtime.
All right, let's go. All right, powerhouse through it. Events. They're getting changed. They're reoccurring. Incredible stuff. Large icons. They're going to be a lot more informative.
They're
Can
gonna
you
be free.
believe that?
Yeah. Oh my God,
They're
man!
gonna be
I can't believe it's like they think we're idiots or something. So we need more information to understand what's going on.
Wow.
Oh my dear God, what we're going to do? Don't forget, fast travel is also free to all these locations. I like the fact that I've already covered this topic twice already, to the point where we're now just losing our minds and just going over them at breakneck speed. Oh, but yeah, no, I've got a list right here. So, fast travel is now free. There are going to be info panels for the events that are going on. How many people are on that? There's going to be how long it's been going on, the difficulty rating, what kind of things going on. Yeah, that's the new stuff that's coming along. Also, you no longer drop your junk when you die.
more.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
They're also going to be implementing an announcement for the events, so you know when even
Oh,
the
yes.
little events are happening,
Yes.
not just the sheep squatch.
Yes,
I'm
thank you very
really-
much to my secondary cameraman here.
Okay. So I would like that better if it was like they did the higher tier events like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna get bugged every time fucking Mama Dolce needs fucking food made? Like,
Probably.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna add to the hate train.
No,
don't give a shit.
I do think the notification is for the
Excuse my
more.
language.
I do think the notification one is for the more, not rarer, but the more higher level tiered ones that don't pop up as often. I think that's what it's for.
Let's at least hope.
Yeah, let's hope, because it's without
then
hope.
there would be room for somebody to complain about that. And let's just all be honest. I'm really tired. Can y'all just like find a game you love? Can you just go play that?
Yeah,
like,
can you
Just
shush
just
for
find something you like. Why do we all gotta hate? Why do we all gotta hate on stuff?
because with the
I know
human
it's
race.
nature to be, yeah, I know it's human nature to like feed into drama and hold on to stuff, but it's just like, can't we all just like get along? You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares if you don't like the game? Somebody else does. Don't hate on them for that. Go play a game you like that they're not gonna like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Don't come and be part of our fan club. Go start your own fan club.
Just go do your own thing. Exactly. Go be original. Just go be original. That's all anybody ever wants.
Be like Commander Llama and just realize that if you replace a couple of words in the word brother with bunny, there you go. Boom. There you go. Replace bunny with
Boom.
bunny understeel. Done. Right there. Boom. That's how it was done.
Done.
That
Done.
took
Done.
nothing. Just done.
At Wasteland Dude with the bear clay. Boom. Done. We were playing Nuclear Winter, right? And they just released the bear mask. We're sitting there and we're looking at our Enclave armor, and this dude just, dude, bear clave. And I was like, that's it. Done.
Just
Done.
done.
Done. Done. Let's do it. Let's
Yeah,
go.
and even though we're part of both the bunny hood and the bear clave, let's just fight each other for no reason whatsoever.
Let's go. Yeah, let's just go.
Oh god, this entire talk show has just derailed right towards the end, but it's perfect because it's about time to end this bloody thing. I was going to have all three of you come out and join me on the couch, but one, it's getting to like almost 1:30 in the morning, and I'm being a loud fucker. Sorry, so I need to like shut this shit down. And we've gone almost half an hour over the estimated runtime of what this show's supposed to be. It's only supposed to be 45 fucking minutes, but I can't stop talking about shit. Huh.
Yeah, cut this up later.
Hell yeah. So, final thoughts. On anything.
Oh, my final thoughts?
Yes.
On anything? All right. Definitely. Two-party authenticate everything. Be wary of everything you do. Always remember, have a good time. Love your brethren. Check us out at HOA Wasteland. Check us out at the Bunny Hood, all on Twitter. We all do crazy things. It's a good time.
It is a good time.
As everybody says.
Loompa, have you got any final thoughts? Where are you? Quickly, both you and Call Me Down. Get onto the stage. Get on the stage. Sit on something. Sit on the chair or sit on the couch. You as well. Oh, you're going to take the stool. Right, okay. Final thoughts. Loompa, final thoughts. Boom. Give it me.
Ammunition. Make it, find it, do what you gotta do. Ammunition.
Woo!
Always important in this game. Every single day.
Lucky Hole Mine. That's where you get your lead.
Well,
Don't forget.
There you go.
You gotta have that power armor for it, and then use Super Duper when you break it down. Boom.
Yes.
Damn
Super
right.
duper.
I have Super Duper. I don't have Super Duper.
Well, get it.
Failed me again.
It works for everything except for armor, right? Gives you on
Right.
3 starred, it's a 30% chance to dupe anything other than armor that you're crafting. That's
And
everything.
bundling. And
Yeah.
bundling.
Hell
You
yeah.
can't bundle stuff up and get a super duper off of that. I've tried.
No, you can't,
sure?
but if you bundle stuff with inside your camp, you
I have
create
never
room to
gotten
store
one.
more stuff.
Well, that's true.
Well, there you go.
What about you,
Bada bing, bada
double down? Come on, final thoughts. Let's go. Final thoughts.
Hey, my final thoughts are it's things like this talk show and like the HOA and the Bunny Hood that are going to keep this game thriving for years. Whether they keep updating it or not, these things will still probably exist. And it's stuff like
And
this that got me
PKOA.
back into the game.
Yeah, and I am both a member
appreciated.
of. Well, funnily enough, I'm a member of the Buddy Hood, the HOA, and also the PKOA, which is another faction. Which Haze Days is also a part of. So big shout out to them as well. Yes, I totally agree with you. It is the people that like. I want to start up the Appalachian Postal Service because I'm the postman. It's a funny little gimmick, but I want to set that up where we do basically what a lot of the Bunny Hood and PKOA and HOA do, which is help out other people. That's probably going to take way too long to set up, so if someone wants to do that, please go ahead and do that. I would love to just like give you my sign of approval because I have too much on my plate right now, but it is things like player-based factions or communities that do help this game a lot. It used to be, it would just be a random person bumping into someone going, hey, do you need anything? There you go, boom. And then they were like, you know what? Let's gather a bunch of people together and bish, bash, bosh. We blew each other away. And, there's a ton of them. There's like, the Owlpocalypse people and all this kind of stuff. And weirdly, there's a lot of there's a lot of animal-based things out there, which is really weird. But yeah.
I love it.
Yep, it's
Appreciate
communities.
all of you guys.
It's
I love
communities
it.
that held everybody together. But we do need to end right there. So as I pan out to get everybody on screen, thank you everybody for coming along today. Thank you for watching at home. I would normally take questions, but we've been running too long, so I'm going to have to just skip that part right there. We've had final thoughts. We've had my final thoughts, everybody's final thoughts. So the only thing left to say is thank you for watching. Do you guys want to say anything? Apparently not.
You don't gotta go home, but you can stay here.
Basically, thank you for coming along. And if you're watching this back on YouTube, you know the drill, like and subscribe. But until the next time, and I say this in every goddamn video, and I've realised it's my motto, stay awesome.